Just to give you a perspective, we have the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium, we have the Samsung S6 Edge Plus, and we have Sony Xperia Z5 over there. In comparison of the overall looks, you can see that the look and feel is quite premium on all of these three phones. But if you talk about the long-term durability and usage, you can actually use the Sony Xperia Z5 better because it has a matte finish kind of a back, which is again glass, which is going to look better. It won't get those fingerprints and scratches which you can easily see on the S6 Edge Plus, which is definitely making this device look bad over time of usage. But the same will not happen on the Z5 Premium as well as on the Z5, because the kind of finishing you get at the back side is very good, elegant in terms of the overall look and feel. It may not be that glossy as this one is, but you see, this is how things will happen, and this is how the real usage will happen on a phone. And you will get to see a lot of fingerprints and scratches over time. You will get to see some fingerprints over there as well, but I'm sure you won't notice that much over there if you compare it with the S6 Edge Plus, what you see on the Xperia Z5 and Z5 Premium. Let's talk about the front. The front which we have on these devices is kind of different. We have a 5-inch display over there. We have a 5.5-inch display on the Xperia Z5 Premium, and one thing which is kind of different and makes the Z5 Premium special out of all these three phones is that it has a 4K display. Again, most of the time when you are using the phone, it is going to be in full HD, but when you are watching a 4K video, it is going to definitely defeat these two phones in terms of the overall clarity you will expect and the kind of colors you see and the overall pixels which you will see on a small display. You can actually play a 4K video, not only record a 4K video from this one, but you can play a 4K video in the same resolution on the Xperia Z5 Premium, which definitely makes this one special compared to these two. And this is a high definition video which is getting played at on the Sony Xperia Z5. So in comparison, the overall look and feel is good, premium on all of these three phones, but durability wise for long-term usage, the Z5 and Z5 Premium are going to be better. And in terms of the overall feel, or if you hold them in hand, the weight is very much similar. It may be slightly heavier, but again, this is more solid, I would say, in terms of the quality as far as edges are concerned, as compared to thin edges where we do have metal, but we have a curved glass which is going to break if you actually drop this. And again, the protection is there on the glass on all of these three phones, but I do suspect that this might break before this one will do, because the edges are completely protecting the glass on the Xperia Z5 Premium as well as on the Z5, but the same is not happening on this one because this has a curved display. So this is the kind of quick comparison I would like to give in between these three phones on the basis of look and again the kind of form factor you can expect from these three. In terms of the overall dimensions, you can see that the dimensions of the Xperia Z5 Premium, even when it has a 5.5 display, is kind of similar to the S6 Edge Plus. And again, in terms of the thickness, if you take a look, the thickness may be slightly less because on the edges it is having a curved glass, but overall the feel of the phone is better over there on this one. And if you compare it with this one, the Xperia Z5 is definitely bigger because this one has a 5.5-inch display as compared to Z5 which has a 5-inch display. But if you talk about these two phones, the form factor is kind of identical and the weight is also very much similar. One thing I would like to point out that the Sony Xperia Z5 will come with a frosted back, which will not get the fingerprints and scratches as per what we have got the information from Sony, and this is something which we are going to test in future. And if we talk about the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium, this one does not have that kind of frosted back, but this is still looking good compared to what we have over here on the Samsung device, which is the S6 Edge Plus. But this one I have used for a certain amount of time, and this one I haven't used for that much of time. But I would like to see whether those kind of fingerprints and scratches which I see over there does appear over here as well, but we will test that later. As of now, I can see that this one is definitely looking good, but over long time usage, I think this one should be better in terms of getting fingerprints and scratches. So this is all we have. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off.